I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. A light glaze of ice from freezing drizzle and dense fog continues to be an issue, mostly across southwest and south central Nebraska and western and central Kansas as low pressure tracks east across the southern plains and combines with increasing moisture. Freezing drizzle transitions to light snow for tonight through tomorrow over southern Nebraska and Kansas. Snow accumulations of a trace to an inch expected over southern Nebraska along with northern and eastern Kansas. Areas along and south of I-70 in western and central Kansas can expect snow accumulations of 1 to 3 inches. Highs in the 30s expected to continue through the weekend. The weekend is mostly dry with weak high pressure overhead. A second and stronger winter storm with the likelihood of a few inches or more of snow impacts the region late Sunday night through Monday night. Uncertainty remains with some forecast models indicating robust snow totals while others push the snow farther to the south. Some blowing snow is possible with breezy winds for late Monday into Monday night. Highs drop into the upper 20s to the 30s for early next week. The January cold continues in the long term. Colder than normal temperatures are likely for Tuesday through January 17th for Nebraska and Kansas. Above normal precipitation is predicted for Nebraska and Kansas Tuesday through January 17th. Those higher precipitation chances the middle of next week. In the latest regional drought monitor, Nebraska remains at 60% drought-free. Drought-free to abnormally dry conditions continue in much of the west, central, and northeastern corner. Areas from St. Paul to east of Kearney, Minden, and Red Cloud, along with much of the east, have a moderate to severe drought continuing. Coverage of extreme to exceptional drought decreased 3 percentage points to 7% in Nebraska, including east central areas along and east of the line from Fullerton to Grand Island, Hastings, and Superior. Kansas increased a percentage point to 21% drought-free. It's drought-free to abnormally dry for much of western and eastern Kansas to the south of I-70 and the far south central, much of the northwest, central, and northeastern Kansas in moderate to severe drought. 3% of Kansas is locked in extreme to excessive drought, including the counties of Rooks, Lincoln, Rice, and Reno. Key weather factors driving the markets include a large storm for the U.S. next week with much colder air following, heavy rain in central Brazil, and more ideal weather for Argentina. On the central and southern plains, winter wheat with good to excellent conditions increased from 32 to 43% in Kansas and from 53 to 67% in Oklahoma. The wheat crop in good to excellent condition slipping from 72 to 55% in Illinois and from 80 to 71% in Ohio. A developing storm over the southwest U.S. drifts eastward, delivering widespread precipitation from the Four Corners into the southern and eastern U.S. Snow falls today into tomorrow from the higher elevations of the southwest to portions of the central and southern plains. A second area of snow develops during the weekend from the central Appalachians into the northeast. Heavy rain and locally severe thunderstorms should occur near the Gulf Coast. Another storm reaches the central and southern plains early next week, tracking through the Mid-South, Ohio Valley, and lower Great Lakes. Additional heavy rain and severe thunderstorms should occur across the south, as well as wind-driven snow from the southwest into the Midwest. Blizzard conditions are possible with snowfall as far south as Texas. 5-day precipitation totals with the two storms could reach 2 to 6 inches or more from eastern Texas to the southern Atlantic states. Behind the storm, temperatures plummet across the plains and the Midwest. Central Brazil conditions continue to improve with widespread heavy rain continuing through most of next week. Argentina's crop weather staying ideal for corn and soybeans. Light rain in Argentina continues the next few days before increasing this weekend and becoming regular for next week. With the check of your ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.